Hey there, everybody. This has been, it's been a little bit here since the last time I posted, but we're going to continue to do these so we can kind of document how the year goes. And this is mostly for my own entertainment so that I can go back later on and see what I was doing and where I was going. So hopefully we can keep doing these. So the last couple of weeks, let's get right into this. The last couple of weeks, Amanda has been in training for a new job with the post office. She's been doing great with them, and so now she is officially, I can announce, she is a Fed. My wife is a suit. She's not a suit that way. She wears a uniform. She works for the Postal Service. But anyway, so that was really exciting for her. So while she was doing some training, she was going up to Detroit for a couple days of training. And so I took advantage of that time to work remotely. And then the second day that she got to go up, I got to go up with, I brought Nora with me, who's my oldest daughter. And Nora is an absolute delight to be around. She's one of my favorite people in the whole world. And she's just a lot of fun. And she finds the out of the way places to go. It's not the average, well, we're just going to go to a restaurant or something. She has to find the out of the ordinary places. So we found a really neat place to eat breakfast, and we brought Don along. Don's a family friend, and he was a buddy of Stevie in high school when they were in high school together in the tech school there, and then he just kind of adopted our family, and he's been around. So he's like the little brother that the girls have a little brother, but it's like the second little brother they never had. So Don hangs out with the family, so he's part of the family now. So he went along with us. And so what we did was, while Amanda was in training all day, we ate breakfast at a really cool place there, and then we caught the North American International Auto Show in Detroit. And I walked up to the window to buy our tickets, which I thought were going to be more expensive, and the guy said, to be this much. And I was like, oh, that's for three of us? And he goes, don't worry about it. And so he actually let us in on the press day, which was really, really cool. And I shouldn't have said that. I might have got somebody in trouble. I didn't say his name. Did I say it was him? I guess I did. Anyway, so yeah, we got in and got to go around and see all the cars. Got to talk to the guys over at the racing area that they're going to bring back the Grand Prix to Detroit Grand Prix, which has been shut down for quite a while now. But that's kind of exciting because the races, the Grand Prix races with the Formula One cars in the city is a really cool thing. So I talked to the old guy that was there for a while, and we hit it off and took some pictures and everything like that. And then at the end of it, he said, give me your email. I'll send you a link and I'll get you guys some tickets. So he's getting us tickets to go see the Grand Prix when it's in Detroit there. So that was really exciting. Good time. Got to see, they had an area specifically set aside for the cars that are kind of the high dollar items, a lot of Lamborghinis and a lot of Ferraris and the extras, are back there in the back there. But there was one moment when we were over going through, they had a whole section there where they had all the famous cars from movies. So they had like the Jurassic Park Jeep, and they had the Magnum PI Ferrari, and they had the DeLorean, I think it is, from from those movies. I can't remember what they're called now. There's a whole series, Back to the Future movies, that's what it was. And so they had a bunch of those kind of cars there that you could kind of go around and see them. So after we walked around that little area, we come walking back out by Toyota, the Toyota pavilion there, and this big crowd of people with cameras and everything were going by. It was somebody famous, obviously. And I looked over and I was like, well, I wonder who that is. And I didn't have to ask anybody or anything. I noticed right away it was the governor of Michigan was walking down there, Gretchen Whitmer, and I recognized her right away because I disagree bitterly with her politics, and so she's somebody that I read about and hear about often, and so I saw her walking down. I go, oh, the governor's here, and everybody's taking pictures and photos, and she was meeting people and everything walking down. So I thought, oh, that was kind of neat. And then I asked Nora, I said, you want to go over and meet her and shake her hand and everything? She goes, no. So anyway, we moved on from there, and we're in the the Toyota area still, and I got over by where the trucks are a little bit, and I was looking at this truck because I'm a big Toyota fan anyway, but I'm looking at one of the Tundras there, and this guy's kind of walking nonchalantly by me, coming from the other direction, and he's got a big broadcast camera, and he's just walking. And so I'm like, okay, fella, how do you want me here? You want me leaning on the truck or inside the truck? And I was making a joke, like he was bringing the camera to shoot me around the truck. And I'm making a joke, and he goes, he laughs a little bit, and then he goes, if you hang around, the governor's going to be here pretty soon. And I'm like, she's already here. She's over there. I pointed back to her, and he gets this look on his face like, oh no, I missed out. So he grabs his camera and takes off. And Nora was laughing at me. She said that I probably saved that guy's job because he came out to shoot the governor, and she was getting ready to walk out the door. So that was fun. And so the auto show was really great, and it was a good time. And then we went and picked up Amanda from her training, and then we found, thanks to my boss, Keaton, and the guy I work with, Nate, those guys told me, if you go to Detroit and you like barbecue, don't miss a place called Slows. It's called Slows Barbecue. It's in Detroit, and it's award-winning. It's been featured on television shows and everything else. So that afternoon, after picking Amanda up, we went for dinner to Slows Barbecue. If you ever get anywhere in the Midwest or anywhere near Michigan, and I don't do this very often. I mean, there's a few places like this, and I'm a barbecue guy. I've had barbecue all over the world, but I'm telling you, Slows Barbecue in Detroit, Michigan, do not miss it. If you like barbecue, it was phenomenal. It was probably better than I've ever had anywhere else, and that's saying a lot. So that was great. We had dinner there, and then let's see, I've been doing session work continuously. I work full-time for AVL Systems here. We do audio, video, lighting, and acoustical, and then we do the designing and RFPs. I still haven't heard back yet to see if we'll be doing the presidential library that I was talking about. We were hoping to be able to do that job. I've been also consulting with other churches, several churches in different places that are not local to me here. So I try to help out if I can on the phone. So I get a lot of calls and emails from churches that are like, we cannot get this sound system to work right, or we can't get this to work. And I work primarily with churches, even in my day job with AVL. But we do a lot of office buildings. We do a lot of stadiums and football stadiums and gyms for high schools. We do a lot of theaters, theatrical things and things along those lines. So we do quite a bit of business with churches, though, and I love that. But I also love helping churches that are out of state too. So I try to help them with the consulting and things like that over the phone. And then every once in a while, I get called and they'll want me to come out and say, "We want you to come here and train our people. Just teach them to do it and whatever it takes to get them trained up." So I've developed this whole training program and how to do that. So I've been consulting over the phone with a few churches out in Arizona. So I'm going to fly out there the middle of next month and visit 4 churches that are out there and just see if I can train them, get their people trained up a little bit. And then I've been asked to preach out in Flagstaff while I'm out there. So I'll minister for them and then right away get on the plane and come home after that. Did a job in Defiance, a lighting job this last week at a place I love to go to. I think it's I can't remember the name of the church right now, but there's a guy there that works there. Durwood is the sound guy, and he's been a good client for us at AVL, and we did a lighting system and had the lift, and you plan a lighting system out on the floor. So Nate gets down on the floor and he plans out where the hangs are and everything, and then we'll put a laser on all that on the floor and project it onto the ceiling where everything's going to hang, and then we do the trussing and everything like that. So that was really neat to work with that. They have a really cool a broadcast room that they do all of their audio broadcast mix and their video mixing and everything like that in this other broadcast room that's up above the back side of the sanctuary. And to get there is this little tiny circular stairway that goes down. I barely get up and down that thing, but I wanted to take some video of it. Durwood did a little tour of the system that we had installed for him, and so that was a good time too. So that was nice. Detroit. Oh, one of the other things that I got to do is I got to organize, with the help of my family. We all went out to the church one night, and we've got in our church, the new church. We were always a small church, and then all of a sudden we grew really big here in the last few years, because when we moved into the new building, we had more room, and the Lord started opening the door, more people started coming. So now we're growing bigger, and so what tends to happen is, we stay very active at the church. There's always something going on, and there's several departments that are constantly doing things, from the children to the choir, to doing things to for couples. They do things. They do trainings all the time and they even have gatherings for men. They have a women's group that gets together. There's all these little things going on. So I'm not in part of all of those groups, but I kind of am, because in the audio video side of things within the church, all of those things are going to need a microphone at one time, or a keyboard, or some kind of sound system, some kind of video going. We also have Sunday mornings now. We have an actual teaching, an adult Sunday school teaching, and we're starting to video that and provide that for the people. So if you go to our church, you have this feed constantly of video footage of these things that you can partake in during the week or whenever you can. Anyway, so it stays extremely busy. And in that environment where there's something always going on, and in different parts of the building, we've got kind of a back sanctuary where the fireplace is, and then the front sanctuary where the main sanctuary is. And then you've got several office rooms, and the adult Sunday school is in one of the classrooms. So when that's happening and you're moving equipment from around the building, you're trying to, you're purchasing this equipment and you're making sure that that's there and making sure everything's operational. Well, in that kind of active environment, you don't get a lot of time to straighten things up. And I had gotten to the place after last year that it was just a madhouse. And they give me a room in the back that's kind of like my little warehouse space to organize back there in that room. I wish I had taken a picture of it before, because it was just like somebody had tossed a hand grenade into there, and it was an absolute mess. And I had my family come out, and they organized the back room, and it looks beautiful now. And so that's really great. I'm very organized. Now I can go, if I need XLR cable, if I need SDI cable, if I need, USBs or whatever, everything is labeled and right in there. So that's really great. So it was a good time. And then other than working here at AVL, 2 or 3 nights a week, and on Saturdays we're in the studio and we're just producing music continuously. My niece's album, Gabriella Powell, her album will come out. I think it's on the 7th. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's coming out on the 7th of February. Okay, I'm recording. I'm recording now. I am now. Okay, so we're in front of the Fountain House Studio piano wall. Leave me alone.
He just did this whole introduction and he wasn't videoing.
I did a whole introduction. It was really good. You would have loved it.
I think it makes you elderly.
So it doesn't make me elderly. So anyway, we're getting ready to do a part on a song called "Unspoken Love" from Gabby's album here, and we have in there. Yes, we've got Wes in the studio, and he's playing. When you need percussion, the first thing you think about is, boy, we need a guitar for somebody to beat on. So he's actually, the guy is beating up a poor old guitar.
So, it was poor and old before I beat it up.
It was poor and old before he started beating on it. So we're going to hear how this sounds. Did you already get... And Nessa named it, and it's called
It's the bong guitar.
No, Wesley named a bongo.
Bong guitar. Is what they're saying. So let's hear how we go here. You need the click track?
Probably.
All right.
You want to bring the loop
back off the OP.
down?
Here we go.
You want to bring the loop down?
Rhythm I realize that you're not here with me. How could I not put into words everything you talk to your growing songbirds? All the little things I didn't take seriously. Every single moment I want to get back. All we shared, I feel like
That's all you get.
I realize.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Please get that album if you can. Sister, the Cathys, Sister Rachel Cathy, and the Cathy family, her two sons sing with her. Actually, her husband even sings with her on this one, Chris. And so the Cathy family's album is soon to be released as well. We're looking at probably the beginning to mid of February. There'll be a release date for that one. So we've been working heavily on that. We're still mixing and mastering and doing the final touches on it. And then there's 3 singles getting ready to come out from a brother named Michael Ojerabesa. And Brother Michael is one of the worship leaders and musicians at our church. He is also a minister of the gospel. He's a phenomenal man and a great friend of mine. And he's written some really, really neat, it's just great music. He's from Nigeria, so the stuff he writes has got some rhythmic tones and things in it, but he loves praise and worship music. So somehow he fits this Don Moen-ish feel over some of those percussive elements, and the way he writes and everything, it has just this really great flow to it, and it's a great way to worship and a great way to enjoy music. So those things that we're working on continuously, those are basically done except for some minor touches here and there. So a lot of music coming out soon, and we've already got a lineup of albums that are going to be starting this year from people, and so really excited about that. So that's what the last couple weeks has been, is continuous. Seeing if I missed anything here. What I try to do is go through the pictures to see if there's any pictures of something that I might have missed. But that's about it. Putting a lot of quotes out for churches and for places that need audio, video, lighting stuff done. If you're somebody that needs that kind of help, then let me know. But otherwise, that's what I've been working on. And it's really, really cold up here. It got down to below 0. And it was pretty chilly, but it's a little warmer now. It's like a heat wave around here at 30 degrees today, so that was kind of nice. Got a chance to go out and have dinner with my mom, which I do on every Thursday night is my time with Mom, and I go and take her somewhere, or we sit down and talk. She's writing a book, and I'm helping her get that done, and it's a book about her life, and I sit in awe about what God has done in that woman's life, because the story she tells me of her childhood as we're writing these things down it's a phenomenal story, and hopefully that'll come out later this year too, and it's a tremendous story, and so I've been writing that and working with her on it. That's about it though. What have you been doing? Let me know.